Hey guys, I'm Perry, currently the rank 3 jungler, or rank 3 player in the North America ladder. I'm also a pro player in NACL slash Academy. Jungler, today we're going to be looking at a platinum game. We're going to be looking at the Shyvana here versus that Zac. Without further ado, let's just take a look. So one thing I always mention is, I always ask, and we'll go pretty quick with it, you don't have to go in detail. We're gonna guess who has PRIO top, mid, and bot. So if we can just start off with top, who do you think has PRIO?
Okay, my Darius will have PRIO.
Okay, mid lane.
I think the Yasuo has PRIO early.
Okay, bot lane.
That's tough. I feel like Cade and Ash will probably push them in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after we think about PRIO, which is great, we also need to think about kill threat. So your bot lane is getting PRIO Cade Ash. Let's say Amumu lands a Q. Let's say MF wants to walk in and fight. Do you think the Amumu and MF have kill threat against your Caitlyn and Ash on the wave?
Probably if they go in on like a level 2 and Amumu hits a Q, most likely.
Right. So all these things are things you just want to try your best to think about. You're not going to perfectly know every single condition on the top of your head, because I can add, okay, how is Amumu and MF going to hit level 2? They can't even walk into lane level 1. Why? Because Ash and Kevin are going to zone them off.
Yeah.
So these are all
my
things.
My thought process also, my duo is the Kate, and I know for a fact he's a better player than them. So like I know that he's not going to die in lane, to be honest.
Gotcha. Alright, that's something you want to do like every single game, and the general rule for where you're pathing is path to your PRIO, but if bot lane has PRIO, always to bot lane. Like almost always. And the main reason why you want to path to bot lane, I don't really explain this, is this champion right here, your support, you want to free them from their lanes so they can roam around and just like either keep accelerating through bot lane, or he can impact your mid lane, and he could impact your top lane, but the big thing is he can also defend you and invade with you. That's why unlocking your support OP.
Even in my elo, I feel like a lot of supports like don't understand that.
I think it's just generally giving them the option to, and even if they stay in the lane and they just try to accelerate through their lane, it's actually like not the end of the world. You still want a lane to play through. So even if your Ashe isn't trying to, help your mid laner or help other people, at the very least, if you play through bot and you have a winning lane bot lane, like you have a winning lane, which is what.
I understand. So what if my question is, a lot of times I do try to like path towards a lane that's actually getting, I guess I'm not playing Shyvana, if I'm playing like Warwick or something, I'm trying to path towards a lane that's getting shoved in because I want to get the gank off, because I know I'll win that.
So the general problem I have with that is it'll work, and it'll probably work for a while. But there's two big reasons why I don't agree with pathing to lanes with no PRIO. Number one, let's say it's a different top laner let's just say a different top laner, you're playing Warwick, and your Darius is like, it's not Darius, it's like you're weaker, right? You have a weaker champion, so they have PRIO. And Zac paths to that PRIO. Let's say you path to top. Now they have the wave advantage, right? They have a wave in your face, and if you 2v2 top lane, you're 2v2ing in their wave, you're playing down odds pretty much.
I mean, I would 3-camp, so the Zac wouldn't be there in time.
Right, that's the theory of like, okay, if I 3-camp and then Zac tries to full clear, he won't be able to make it. But the idea is, okay,
read that or what?
Yeah, so it's possible, right? So that's why I think like, okay, so if Zac understands what's going on top wave, and he has the idea that, okay, my top laner will need help on the third wave, which is when you do your three camps and you gank. If Zac reads into that, like, he could counter gank that. Hecarim can, Lilia can, Kayn can. Like, in theory, they shouldn't, but in a game of League of Legends, like, anything can happen, which is why I don't like odds like that, personally.
You really think in this elo, though, junglers are, like, looking at, like, stuff like that? Like, I feel like they're not that good.
They wouldn't be, and I agree, like, you can look at it that way. That's why I'm saying, like, it'll work, but I feel like it's not a good fundamental to build.
I understand that.
You can break the rule when it's good. Like, for example, if you need the top kill because it's gonna, your split push top laner is going to win you the game later on. It's good. It's okay if you can break the rule and get that kill, but generally speaking, for the fundamentals, path to PRIO. Cool. And the reason why you want to path to PRIO is so they can keep winning their lane. Because they have PRIO, they're winning, essentially. So you want to keep letting them win. If you have PRIO in any lane, that means they're winning. If they get ganked, you failed, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because if you
okay.
counter gank that's at any time, you win the
We
game.
win.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, I understand.
Yeah. So that's why people don't understand. Like, okay, if you have a winning lane, you do not tell them to back off. That doesn't really make sense. If you can be there, you be there, and you win the 3v3 if the enemy
I only
junglers.
tell them to back off while I'm like clearing opposite
Yes,
side.
yes,
And I
that's
know
good.
there's
When
other
you're up
guys.
here, and then you want to danger ping them. Perfect.
And
Okay,
then okay, got it.
perfect.